Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Finally back on this game, like a little bit, for today at least. We're going to be checking out a league reward. This one's a viewership league reward, so if you haven't earned it, you're not going to be able to earn it at the moment. Unlikely it'll come back, but it's possible it might come back as a viewership reward at a later date. This is a Twitch viewership reward for Major 2's finals day, which just occurred my nighttime and it just concluded. And if you watched for an hour with your account linked up, your Twitch and your Activision account linked up, you'll earn yourself this reward. If you had watched previously, there were other rewards to be had, but this was the big one for the Major 2. Let's check it out. Signal 50 iced out blueprint. Major 2's finals day viewership reward. Tito, don't do that. This cat, dude. Let's play the preview animation and get a closer look. It's actually a pretty cool looking blueprint. I've kind of checked out the camo coverage and all. It's actually really good. As far as the blueprint goes, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know the Signal 50 is very popular in Warzone at the moment. So I would wager if you've unlocked this and you're a Warzone player, there's probably going to be a few people a little jealous that you have this blueprint. Mainly for the way it looks. And we shall get to it. I mean, it looks really good as is also. But a lot can be done with camos. I'll show you when we get to it. But yeah, it's a cool looking blueprint. Hopefully it plays well. But also quite editable, somewhat editable. So. All sorts of pluses with this one. Hopefully it plays well the way it is though. I'm a rubbish sniper, so heads up, I'll be struggling with gameplay. But, you know, just trying it out, showcasing it for you guys. And for myself. So this blueprint's a pro-tuned blueprint. It's pro-tuned for quick draw. You got a dual optic toggle, aim down sight speed, and a vertical recoil control. Which means if you decide to change attachments and all, you will lose the pro-tuning. But you get a solid 5 attachments with this one. So no empty slots, nothing like that. But yeah, if you decide to edit or change the build, you will lose the pro tuning. So the blueprint comes with the FSS OLEV laser, which gives you aim down sight speed, aiming stability, sprint to fire speed, at the cost of laser visible while ADS. The FTAC Invisi 670 stock, which is aim walking speed, sprint speed at the cost of aiming stability. The SA Finesse, is that Finesse? Finesse? I don't know. Grip. Sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed at the cost of our recoil control. X10 Grave Digger Underbarrel, which gives you aiming idle stability, hip fire accuracy, recoil stabilization at the cost of aim down sight speed and walking speed. And then finally the H26 ported comp muzzle attachment, which is horizontal recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aiming stability. A lot of things taking a lot of hits on aim down sight speed, but I guess because of the, I guess it's balanced out with some of the attachments. Mainly just the laser, really. Yeah, so those are the attachments you get with it. Like I said, if you decide to change things around, you will lose the pro tuning. Let's see what it looks like once you do, if you do decide to go that route. different barrel attachments. Some, particularly this TV Kilo barrel, will kind of mess up the blueprint visually. But just a heads up, if you throw a camo on it, it still looks really good. We'll get to that. Like I said, the camo coverage on this is awesome, in my opinion. They've done a really good job. Different lasers. Won't go through everything. Change the optic around. Different stocks. Oh, the magazine takes a fat hit. If you change the magazine, you're gonna take a very big hit to the blueprint because of the thing. But I honestly don't know why you'd want to change the magazine. It's not necessary. But yeah, that takes a fat hit to the visuals. This won't change anything visually. So yeah, mainly two things that will change your visuals quite a large chunk. It's the magazine. I think that'll be the biggest issue. Let's just throw it on and see how it looks. That'll be the biggest issue to changing the blueprint. And then the barrel, the one barrel, honestly, could potentially change the visuals of the blueprint quite a bit. So yeah, this is the camo coverage for the gun. Some of the base camos, it's pretty cool. You keep the snowman, you keep his snowballs being tossed around. You got the Call of Duty League logo. Pretty cool. And like I said, a lot of opportunities to do some really interesting things with the base camos, right? And then it looks just as good with the mastery camos. What's up, Jay? Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, this looks so good. It looks so good. Genuinely a fun-looking snowman, and camo coverage allows you to maintain him and do some fun stuff with the thing to make it a little more unique for yourself. And like I said, just the barrel and the ammunition, the magazine. If you change the magazine, you're going to lose a chunk. Honestly, the barrel doesn't mess up the blueprint too much if you throw a camo on it. So yeah, even if you're changing the barrel and then you throw on a camo on it, it looks pretty good still. It's just literally the magazine attachment. If you add that 7-round mag, you're potentially going to lose the snowman, which is the really nice, fun part about this blueprint. All right, let's jump in and hopefully do something with it gameplay-wise. I'm a horrible sniper. I said that many times, but I will do what I can and have some fun. Just heads up, I probably won't talk about the major until maybe at least a game or two into the thing. But there might be spoilers for Major 2 if you haven't watched it already. The one big spoiler, winner, okay? Well, I'll save it till the end. Congrats to the winner, whoever it may be. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. It was a really good major. A lot of good games worth watching, even if it's in the archives. Even if you're watching it, there's some really good banger matches. And a lot of clutch moments and stuff like that. It was fun. It was fun. Really very entertaining watch. It's odd, you know, like I think there is a large portion of people might just watch the majors for the drops. But I think if you even just watch it, just, you know, you'll get into it. There's a lot to like be entertained by the games. Like certainly I started watching it mainly for the drops a while ago, and now I watch it because I enjoy watching it. Like I might not be able to stay up for it live, but I'll put it on, you know, the archived VOD of it and watch the games afterwards and stuff like that. And after those times, you know, you don't get any drop rewards. But yeah, I still find them really entertaining. And a lot of the spots and all that the pros use that you might not even think of using, you know, and then you see them do it. And I'm like, oh, that's actually a very useful spot, you know, especially when you see it used in a match, in a live scenario. Will I ever make videos of it? I don't know, man. I don't really put that much time into it, I guess.
Securing Alpha. We control Alpha.
Maybe. I don't really know how to make videos, honestly, man. Like, I guess if I start doing it and learn how to do it, then, yeah, it's possible.
Enemy securing Bravo. We've lost Bravo.
Hey! I need to learn it, and I just haven't put the time into learning that stuff, like making clips and videos of it.
We're taking Bravo. The enemy controls 2 objectives. Assault their position.
I kind of want to, but also at the same time, like I just haven't had that interest in it. That. Jesus.
Securing Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. Securing objective Charlie. Charlie secure. We control all objectives. Maintain the perimeter. We're losing Bravo.
Oy.
Enemies taking Bravo.
I don't want to run around with this, even though this is like designed for quick draw. Dude, you don't run around with this.
The lead is ours. The enemy took Charlie. The enemy took Bravo. Enemy securing Alpha.
Hostiles are using recon. Blood for blood.
We're taking Charlie. Cold-blooded online.
I saw him.
We're taking Bravo. The enemy's captured 2 objectives. Move to secure.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Securing objective Charlie. taking Charlie. Objective Charlie secure. We're losing Alpha.
Drop.
No, I thought I hit him, man. I thought I got him there, dude. I'm actually surprised that was a hit marker, and then the second shot that I thought that was clean enough, man. That was bull.
Securing objective Bravo. Secure Bravo.
Target down.
Securing objective Bravo. Bravo secure.
Loading.
Where are they spawning?
Enemies taking Charlie. We've secured 2 objectives. Securing objective Alpha. We're losing Charlie. We've lost half the field. Fight. We've lost Charlie. Alpha secure.
Oh,
Job done.
I was too slow. Too slow with my stuff.
We're losing Alpha. Securing Charlie. We've taken the lead.
Grenade out.
All objectives secure. Counter-attack.
Effective fire.
Enemies taking Alpha. Objective Alpha is compromised. Take it back. Enemies taking Charlie. We're losing Charlie. Objective Charlie is compromised. Take it back. We're taking Alpha.
Tossing
Enemy
smoke
secured
grenade.
Bravo.
On your 6.
Objective Alpha secure. We're losing Bravo. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. We're taking Bravo.
Friendly VTOL entering this sector. Friendly UAV on station.
We're taking Charlie. Enemy securing Alpha.
Changing mag. UAV ready to deploy.
Enemy
Reloading.
taking Alpha.
Requesting
Securing
recon
objective
flyover.
Charlie.
Copy. UAV.
We're losing Alpha. We've lost Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. We control Alpha.
Be advised, UAV.
Secure Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie.
Blood for blood.
We hold all objectives. Keep them. Enemy securing Alpha. We're losing Alpha.
Fire.
Objective Alpha is compromised. Take it back.
Target marked.
Request fire mission.
This is Phoenix 2-3, visual on the target, strike inbound.
Enemies taking Bravo. The enemy took Bravo. We're taking Alpha. Secure Bravo.
Enemy in the air!
Enemies taking Charlie. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Move on them now.
Got one. Loading.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Securing Alpha. Alpha secure. We're taking Bravo. All objectives secure. Expect counterattacks. Enemy securing Charlie. We're getting
Target down.
Ready for tasking.
No! I was out of ammo.
Took Charlie.
Target marked. Request fire.
Enemy securing Bravo. Enemies taking Alpha. Securing Charlie. We've lost Alpha.
Ah.
Securing objective Bravo. We control Charlie. We're taking Alpha. All hunters, mission accomplished. Lack a job.
Yeah, like the main reason I do the intros is so people can just watch it and then like, you know, they don't. I know most people don't really care for my gameplay or anything. It's nothing special. And I know if I just clip them like the good bits, then I'm sure they'd be more entertaining. And then just use the intro stuff. It makes it would be actually a lot easier on me to make videos as opposed to doing these streaming things, because sometimes these streaming things, like, you know, I want decent gameplay and I'll be playing like a few games and then one game goes really badly and then I want to redo the whole thing and I have to like start right from scratch because I want to do like the whole, like I do it in one take, right? Like the whole thing. So doing videos actually like might take extra work, but would be easier on me because then I don't have to like do everything perfectly all in a row kind of thing, or like do the bulk of everything very well, you know. More times than not, I just give up. Like I don't obsess about getting everything perfect. Like, you know, I know there'll be some games that I do badly, you know. But yeah, like also there's a lot of downtime between games and stuff, like when I'm trying to find a match or something. So it makes so much more sense to make videos out of this stuff and crop out the like downtime. But yeah, it's very conscious that I do those intros so people can just watch what they want to hear, see what they want to hear quickly, and then you know, move on.
securing Bravo.
But yeah, I feel.
Reloading.
Securing Charlie. Shit. We have lost Bravo.
Changing mag.
Enemy is securing Alpha.
Reloading.
Friendly UAV online. We are taking Charlie.
Fire.
We control Charlie.
Taking effective fire.
Enemy is
Wolf.
secured.
Low on ammo.
We've secured the lead.
Go.
Enemy is taking Alpha. We are taking Bravo. We control 2 objectives. We hold all
I should
objectives.
make the
Keep
extra
them secure.
effort.
We are losing Charlie.
I need to change my. I need to change my fucking bumper settings for this thing. I don't like them.
Charlie.
Contact. Reloading.
Hey, teammate, what are you looking at, man?
Loading.
Cold-blooded online. We have secured 2 objectives. Securing objective Charlie. We are losing Alpha. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
I'm reloading.
Enemy is taking Alpha. Our more strike is inbound. Enemy is taking Bravo. Enemy took Bravo.
Oh my god, okay. No, that was not good.
Secure Bravo. The enemy controls 2 objectives. Push the offensive. Securing Charlie.
Grenade. Wolf.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Taking effective fire.
Dude, why am my fucking pistol aim's bad right now?
Securing objective Charlie. Objective Charlie.
Effective fire.
Also the flinch on this gun, man. Flinch.
Enemy is securing Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Hostile care package deployed. Secure Bravo. We are losing Alpha. Enemy UAV active. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Two objectives secure. Enemy is securing Alpha. Enemy is taking Charlie.
No, reload. Don't take fucking half hour to reload.
Mission complete. Keep fighting. We have lost Charlie. Hostile UAV in the area. Online.
Oh my god, I knew she was there too. Man.
Securing objective
Good
Bravo.
She moved on.
We are taking Charlie.
Taking fire.
The enemy holds 2 objectives. Get
Oh my god. You know, I was saying you don't need the ammo, man, but I feel like I might be
enemies
needing the
deployed a bomb
ammo.
drone. Hostiles launched an SAE. Hostile VTOL in the area. Hostile sentry is online.
Taking and holding.
Enemy is taking Alpha. Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover.
Enemy sentry.
Securing
Struck.
objective
Reloading.
Charlie.
Enemy VTOL dead mark.
Holding. Changing mag.
We are taking Bravo.
I heard him. I wasn't sure exactly where he was.
Target down. Taking fire. Changing mag.
We are losing Alpha. Hostile UAV in the area. Moving in. Well, 3-1 flying Alpha.
We keep spawning yet none of our teammates want to take C.
Hostile sentry is active.
Holding.
Friendly UAV online. Hostile VTOL overhead. Enemy is taking Alpha. Hostile care package in the area. We have lost all objectives. Hostiles deployed a sentry.
Move out of my way. Oh, that's a window. That's fucking hell.
Couldn't let that slide.
Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile incoming.
Yeah, not a single teammate wants to grab like a zone, dude. It's okay. We lost this.
Secure Bravo.
Too late.
Enemy UAV active. Securing Charlie. We're getting hit hard.
Target down.
What's up, Slayer?
Mission failed. Return to base.
If you watched my outro yesterday, you'd have heard that I said that I was going to check this blueprint out. Slayer, man. I know you don't listen to me, but I said I'll play it. I'm just not going to play a ton of it. And it very highly depends on, like, Season 2 content, whether how much more I play it. So, which mastery camo? I honestly like this one a lot. They all look good. Even this platinum looks good. Let's go with poly. Let's go with polyatomic. What's up, Phantom? Phantom, what's up?
Domination. Securing Charlie. Charlie
Cover
secure.
your six.
We have taken the lead. Secure Bravo. We're taking Bravo.
Duster's changing mag. Surprise, cabron.
Securing objective Bravo.
Contact.
We're taking Bravo. We control Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. Be ready for tasking.
Requesting recon flyover.
Enemy securing Bravo.
Reloading.
Friendly UAV on station. Enemies taking Bravo. Two objectives secure.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
We've lost Bravo.
Swapping mags.
Oh God.
Fire.
Cold-blooded. Online. We're losing Charlie.
Multiple over.
No, you little shotgun shit.
Secure Bravo. We're taking Alpha. We control Charlie. Enemies taking
Covering
Charlie.
your six.
Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Bravo. Secure Bravo.
Woo, from way
The
downtown.
enemy controls two objectives. Assault those positions. Objective Bravo, secure. Enemy securing Charlie. We're losing Bravo. The enemy took Charlie.
Go, Mitty. you, Chief.
The enemy holds
Target
all
down.
objectives.
Loading.
Secure those positions.
On your 6.
Bravo secure.
Taking effective fire.
The enemy has captured all objectives. Take them back. UAV
Switching
overhead.
mags.
Securing Alpha. Alpha secure.
X-ray spotted. On your 6.
The enemy holds 2 objectives. Get them secure. Ghost online. Securing objective Bravo. The enemy is gaining ground. Push the enemy securing Alpha. Our UAV is orbiting the area. We control Bravo.
Switching mags.
Securing objective Charlie.
Moving.
Our counter UAV is active. We've lost Alpha. We're taking Charlie. UAV standing
Requesting
by.
recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Enemies taking Bravo. We're losing Bravo.
Attack me.
Hostile UAV in the area. We've secured 2 objectives. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back.
Surprise, cabron.
Taking Bravo.
I'm taking fire. Casi me lleva el diablo. Loading.
Objective Bravo secure.
Switching mags.
Enemy care package incoming. UAV ready for tasking.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Reloading.
We control 2 objectives. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Securing objective Alpha.
Ooh, las guilas dig the long shot.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Standing by.
Ah.
All objectives. Secured.
Requesting close air. Target marked.
This is Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound.
Throwing grenade.
No hits. Go again.
We've secured the lead. Enemies taking Bravo. Enemies taking Alpha. The enemy took Bravo. Secure Bravo. Objective Alpha is compromised. Take it back. Securing Objective Bravo.
Suppression mine.
We're losing Bravo. We've lost Bravo.
Changing mag.
Securing objective Bravo.
That's incoming!
We're losing Charlie. We're taking Bravo. Secure Bravo. We've lost all objectives. Failure is not an option. We've lost the lead. Securing Alpha. Securing objective Charlie. Friendly UAV on station. Objective Charlie secure. Enemies taking Charlie. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Oi.
The enemy has captured 2 objectives. We're taking Alpha.
Swapping mags.
We're taking Bravo. We control Alpha.
I knew they were coming from there too, man. I was gonna try to get on top of that.
Enemy securing Alpha. Enemy bomb drone is in the area. We're getting hit hard. The enemy took Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Secure Bravo.
Oh, he's dropped there.
Securing objective Bravo.
We had lost it already, huh?
Mission failed. Return to base.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, that was the build you get, the way you get it. It's actually not bad. The stability was pretty bad, the aiming stability. But like, still not horrible. Very usable, good one-shot potential that this gun has. I still wouldn't necessarily consider quick draw. Hey, Nuni, please don't sit there. I still wouldn't think quick draw is the way you want to go about this weapon. Nuni, please just give me a second. Nuni, don't bother. No. Yeah, I don't know if quick draw is the way you want to handle the blueprint. I think hard scoping is still the way to go about it. But yeah, it's decent. I mean, I did well, so I'm happy. So for this next build, we're going to be trying out my build on the blueprint. This is my build on what I used for the camo grind, at least. The SC1 MWP EQ laser, SO inline stock, steel wart grip, 0.50 cal armor piercing rounds, and the FSS shark fin and 90 underbarrel. hard scoping build, a little more flinch resistance than the previous one. That was the other issue with the gun. I felt the flinch resistance was way off. Like, if I got shot at, I was getting tossed way outside the potential. Let's throw a camo on it. Let's go gold. I do have some weapon mastery camo grinded to do, even though I don't plan on doing it. Now let's throw gold on. Maybe now we'll start talking. No, we'll talk about the major at the end. So that way, like, I'm not spoiling anything for nobody. Save it for the end, as long as I remember.
Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point. Enemy
Your teammates
targets at the
flip them
hard
so
point.
hard.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready. Threats in the perimeter.
UAV online.
Not die here.
Location updated. Capture the hard point.
Oh, fucking hell.
Threats in the perimeter. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Confirming next hardpoint. Countdown. Enemy targets at the hardpoint. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Cold-blooded activated.
Friendly UAV on station.
Enemy in the area.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Eyes up. This sector's hot.
Enemy UAV active.
Dude,
The area.
amount of smoke. That dude, stop pushing.
Hostile SAE near your position.
The enemy's gaining ground.
Reloading.
Push threats in the perimeter. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
Hostile cruise missile launched.
Contact.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Drop. Loading.
Friendly UAV online.
Enemy targets up ahead.
Dude, what the fuck is teammate doing, man?
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Location updated. Capture the hardpoint.
Dude, above you, teammate.
Threats in the perimeter.
Dude, why is teammates all the way on the other side of it?
Fine.
Enemy UAV overhead. Our UAV is moving. Incoming.
Grenade out.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Enemy targets at the hardpoint. We're losing ground.
Go.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Yeah, we lost it anyway.
Threats in the perimeter. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Enemy targets at the hardpoint. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the
Reloading.
target area.
Hostile cluster mine active.
Taking effective fire.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Friendly UAV online.
Grenade. Wolf.
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
That's my build. Nah, whatever. Alright, for this next build, we're going to be doing a guest build. And today's guest is JackFrags. This is his Warzone build. He recently put up a video showcasing the Signal 50 as being a pretty good sniper rifle for Warzone. Maybe the best sniper rifle for Warzone at the moment. So this is the build he recommended. It does have tuning to it, so we'll check out the tuning after we go through the attachments. You got the Cronin ZP optic, the .50 cal high velocity ammunition, 50 cal high velocity, the Bruin L40 Cobra muzzle attachment, 29-inch TV Kilo 50 barrel, and the FSS OLEV laser. So obviously this is built pretty heavily for longer ranges, like Warzone ranges. So I don't know how well it'll play in multiplayer, but you know, figured showcase it out. It is, like I said, this Signal 50 at the moment seems to be the go-to sniper for a lot of Warzone players. So this is the tuning he went with. For the optic, he goes full ADS and then no adjustment to the eye position. For the high velocity ammo, he's got minus 0.27 G, more towards recoil smoothness, and 5.23 grams more towards bullet velocity. For the muzzle, he's got minus 0.68 OZ for aim down sights, in favor of aim down sights, and then plus 0.32 inch in length for the bullet velocity, to favor bullet velocity. For the barrel, he's got plus 0.24 LB in favor for recoil steadiness, and minus 0.27 inch length for favoring aim down sight speed. And then obviously the laser doesn't have any tuning associated with it. So yeah, this is his build. He's thrown on the barrel that does kind of remove a lot of the blueprint. But as you can see, by throwing on a camo, it really cleans things up and you still maintain the snowman. And you can kind of see the snowball in between the barrels thing. So still get partial snowball action with it. Let's go with the Spectrum for his build. Again, it's a Warzone build. I'm just showcasing it in multiplayer because, you know, I don't play Warzone. But for those of you who are interested, this was JackFrags' Warzone build. I'll link his channel in the description. I don't have any connection to him. I just like his content. Definitely, JackFrags is an inspiration for the way I want to kind of handle my channel a little bit. He does videos, but he covers a range of shooters, not just Call of Duty only. He does Battlefield, he does other stuff, and plays other games also on his channel. So watching him do stuff like that has encouraged me to like broaden my horizon beyond Call of Duty this year, for sure. Again, I don't have any connection to him. I just like his content. He does stream on occasion also on YouTube. Mainly videos. He mainly does videos and commentaries and stuff on top of his gameplay. Still looks good.
Kill confirmed.
Still looks so good.
We've taken the lead.
Loading. Sniper training paid off.
Friendly UAV on station.
It's a really fucking good build, man. It's so steady too.
Friendly mortar strike on the way. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Cracked one.
Hostile bomb drone is active. We've lost the lead.
Woo! From way downtown. Flash. Everyone
Bomb
back.
drone.
No. Fuck.
Ghost online. Bomb
Taking
drone is in
effective
the
fire.
area.
Loading.
The lead is ours. The enemy's gaining ground. Push them back. We've taken the lead. Friendly UAV online. Confirm that one. Friendly mortar strike inbound. Friendly care package in the AO. Hostile bomb drone is active. Online.
Semtex! Loading!
Friendly UAV on station. UAV ready to deploy.
Swapping mags! Requesting recon flyover!
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online. UAV is bingo fuel. RTV at this time.
1 minute left. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Scratch one!
30 seconds remain.
Loading!
10 seconds remaining.
Changing mag!
Mission complete. Solid work.
Dude, I love a Warzone build that is actually functional in like multiplayer also. Like it's actually viable. I know the excuses like, oh, this is a Warzone build or something like that, but man, it feels nice when you throw on a Warzone build and it is so viable, it is so usable in multiplayer. And this is it, dude. This is very good. No joke, this is a very good build. JackFrags' build. Very, very competitive, like even in multiplayer. It's so stable, so clean. Yeah, I'm gonna save this build. I'm gonna save this build for sure. So easy to use. All right, for this next final build, we're gonna be doing a semi-cursed build. I just, like, I don't know what to do with this gun. I just threw everything that had, like, ADS benefits and sprint to fire benefits. Threw on a smaller optic just to be a little more aggressive and get those ADS benefits, like I said. So yeah, fluted 50 barrel, OLE laser, VLK optic, the 4X, SO inline stock, SA finesse, finesse or finesse? I presume it's finesse, right? I'll have to look that up. The SA grip. And that's it. Not really a massive anything, but let's throw platinum on it. So yeah, just a semi like ADS speed cursed build sort of thing. Let me just let my cat in. You're staying outside. Jeez, we got a bunch of sweats. God damn. Can I get something? It doesn't aim down sights very fast, even with ADS benefits.
strike in the area.
What the shit? Why is... Oh, it's the connection, dude. It's getting like massive packet bursts and stuff. They're all sweaty and this fucking connection sucks. I'm so far around the corner.
Friendly UAV on station. Hostile SAE incoming. Hostile VTOL incoming.
Changing mag.
Alright, good throw.
We've lost half the field. Fight back.
Enemy UAV active. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Hostile chopper cannon in the AO. Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile care package in the area.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, I think I might bounce.
Enemies deployed a bomb drone. Enemy UAV active.
Pressure mine set. Throw a grenade. Grenade out. Changing mag. Fire. Target down. saved your ass.
I'm with you. Stay alive.
Jeez, what a bunch of sweats, dude.
Failed. Return to base.
I have no idea how you found it either. I'm good, Slim. Doing good. So yeah, that was the cursed ADS build. Honestly, it wasn't. Even with all these ADS benefits, it wasn't ADS and very fast. So I don't know if I could say I can't recommend it. Like, it seemed pointless. It seemed pointless having all these drawbacks to like boost ADS and still not being able to aim down sights particularly fast. But it's alright. It did have a decent, it still maintained a decent one-shot kill potential, honestly. It's just like, you weren't particularly aiming down sights so fast that it was helpful. But might as well like have other attachments if you're gonna be forced to hard scope, right? Like instead of like focusing heavily on ADS. Plus those guys are sweaty as all hell, man. Jeez, man, what a do. Didn't help. But like I said, build-wise it wasn't awful. It was just not particularly useful either. So yeah, still I would say cursed build. It was relevant. Cursed build, cursed game. Signal 50 iced out a blueprint. Major 2's viewership drop reward from the finals day that just went down my nighttime. And if you watched for an hour, you'd have earned yourself this blueprint provided you had connected your Activision and your Twitch account. Is it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. Like all you had to do is watch the like finals day, which was really good games anyway, so it was worth watching. And you got this really, really cool blueprint. Let's go through some of the attachments and showcase it. You got the OLEV laser, FTAC Invisi stock, the SA finesse grip. I think that's how you say finesse. Is that finesse or am I don't know how to spell finesse. That's finesse. That's how you pronounce it. Maybe it's not. X10 Gravedigger underbarrel, H26 ported comp, and yeah, it's a pro-tuned blueprint for quick draw with a dual optic toggle, aim down sight speed, and vertical recoil control. Again, wouldn't necessarily recommend this weapon for quick drawing, you know, quick scoping or whatever like that. Definitely want to still hard scope with it. It's an okay build. Now actually trying out the other builds, like my build, and particularly JackFrags' build, and even that ADS build. This one had a lot of flinch. You got a lot of flinch, so if someone shot you, you were flinching a lot. Wasn't particularly stable. It wasn't a particularly stable build. And the ADS benefits were not so much that you want to be caught with your pants down trying to ADS and quick scope someone with it. You want to be hard scoping, holding down lanes and treating it like a legit sniper build. So that being said, I think this build isn't ideal, but visually, man, does this look good. It looks so good, and the camo coverage is brilliant. This is exactly the kind of camo coverage that I was begging for in Vanguard. Just we'll quickly take a peek at the camo coverage again. And not only do you see the snowman, you see the snowballs. Another thing I kind of missed out on, but you see also the snow lines, those snow lines. You got the Call of Duty League logo, and then the like weapon logo, the Expedite, whatever that logo is, and stuff like that. All coming in very clearly. Let's just do a quick. See the side of it. And you can't see inside, but I presume the inside, man, I really want to see the inside of that cartridge. Because there's some cool stuff inside there. Isn't there some like cool design or some logo or something? But still, just look how clean that coverage is. On both sides, got a nice clean coverage. Yeah, really, really nice build. Let's see if we can do it. I hate this R3 thing, dude. They should stop. Like, if you're not on like the main menu, I don't want to be going into friends list just randomly. Yeah, you can't see the inside of it because of the way the lighting works on this, so like these previews. But you'd see it in the games that I showcased, like when I was like reloading or like showcasing the like build. It looked really good. Yeah, I enjoy playing with it too. Most of the games were good except for that last one, and the last one was a cursed build, so I honestly wasn't expecting to do like anywhere near as good as I did for this whole stream, and I was doing all right. I did okay for myself, for the bulk of it, so I'm happy with that. You know, the big call out, the big thing is JackFrags' build. Man, I was expecting this to be like really obnoxiously slow, like a slow build, because you know, like Warzone people, they tend to like want all the range and they want this, that, and the other from their sniper, and it becomes unusable in multiplayer. But this was so usable and so steady too. Like I was expecting not like, after dealing with the sway and all from the base build, like the aiming stability of the base build, I wasn't expecting such a steady build from this one. And it was so easy and such a joy to like even aim at people like with this one, because like when I aimed at someone, I knew I was getting onto their target, and the like gun wasn't bobbing and weaving around making me miss because I pulled the trigger short or something. It was very clean. So even when they were behind cover or something, head glitching or something, I was feeling more confident. Not necessarily, I was not necessarily like, oh, I'm going to hit all my shots, I'm going to god tier snap. No. I was just feeling more confident with this build. And it's a nice thing to have when you have a nice, good build. Definitely recommend JackFrags' build out of everything. Link will be in the description for his channel. He showcased this in one of his previous videos. It's not his most recent video. One of his previous ones where he was talking about how he was liking Warzone or something like that, or something like that. And this was like the sniper he showcased. And it's good. The tuning's excellent also. I had no issues with the tuning. Sometimes the tuning seems weird and all, but no, this was good. Very good. I want to criticize the high velocity for maybe armor piercing, but I don't, like, high velocity is a brilliant choice also, and probably better choice. Like, the only like reason I'd criticize it, like, do you really need it for the multiplayer maps, this much velocity? But maybe that's what like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you don't, I don't know. It would be brilliant to see stats, like detailed stats for some of these guns. That way, I'd have a little more like maybe like there's definitely a couple of times where I was shooting someone on the window and I'm like, man, I kind of wish I had armor piercing on those shots. But also just the almost instant gratification of the bullet velocity from this build was excellent, So yeah, and also another thing, even though he uses a different barrel, and you lose that on the blueprint when you throw on camos, it cleans everything up so nicely. Still looks excellent. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna save this build for myself. Liked it a lot. My build, is alright, but I'm not a sniper, so my builds are never gonna be ideal. I don't know what I'm doing with it most of the time, but it was okay. It wasn't horrible. So yeah, build-wise, questionable build. Visually, camo coverage, everything else, absolutely brilliant with this one. So now we're going to get into a little spoiler territory. I'll talk about Major 2, some of my thoughts. We'll try to be brief with it so I don't go too long. So yeah, Major 2 went down, dude. It was brilliant. Okay, I'm a secret optic fan. Oh, there you can see the logo in there. Okay, let's just throw on a camo just so we can see if that you can see the CDL logo in there, right? I just want to see if you throw on a camo, can you still see that logo? Let's throw something that you can see visually quickly. Yeah, it maintains the CDL logo inside the cartridge. That's so cool. These are the complaints I had with Vanguard when it just overtook the whole blueprint, and then you lost the thing, uniqueness to the blueprint, and then the potential for uniqueness for yourself with the blueprint. Especially with these so many universal camos in this game, just think of the possibilities to make this blueprint your own. Something that no one else would be using in this game. That looks so many different opportunities to make it look good. That's why even something as simple as this, there's value. And I'm so glad they didn't remove the CDL logo and stuff like that, because, that's also an important part of this blueprint. Anyway, diversion aside, CDL Major 2 went down. It was hosted by Boston, I presume Boston. My picks, I am a fan of Optic, but man, do they disappoint most of the time. As long as I've been a fan. But this time they really turned it up, man. It was so good. It was so good. They were playing so aggressive, and so many of their games had those clutch factor moments, which were just so exciting to watch as a viewer. Watching them clutch up these almost losing scenarios, and then they pull off this mad streak or something, jump onto the point last second and hold it down perfectly. Absolutely brilliant and very fast-paced and all that. The other team I was rooting for was New York Subliners or whatever. They were the winners for Major 1. Unfortunately, when I set my bracket, I didn't realize this, but that looks a little janky. That looks a little pixelated in there. Doesn't look as smooth. You get all close in there. That looks very janky. A little too pixelated. They should clean that up inside the cartridge logo. So before, I set my bracket before anything, and then there was major issues with travel getting to the location, because I guess the snow was heavy and stuff like that. So I think Sublime, New York particularly, had a rough time getting to location from where they were, and that definitely played a toll on them, and they didn't do too well this major. But I do think it might have had some stuff to do with the transportation issues. Then other team, Toronto, I suspected. They destroyed LAG. To be fair, they absolutely destroyed LAG. But when they got to real competition, they got destroyed. Yeah, I said it. You talk big and stuff like that. Like, best bring your A game to the LAN games. And unfortunately, they didn't. We'll see though. You know, I think once they settle down, they are still a very good team. But I think they need to get a little more used to the LAN game. So I think Major 3 might be a turning point for them, possibly. Like, they might bring their A game come Major 3 in LAN. We might see like a further run from Toronto in Major 3. But yeah, relatively disappointing games 2 and 3 for them. Then LA, the Los Angeles Thieves, last year's champions, okay? They got put in the losers bracket, and they made a ridiculous losers bracket run, dude. Like, absolutely brilliant. All the way up to the finals. They got themselves all the way up to the finals, knocked out so many teams, 3-0, 3-0. The only team that actually even put a one match win was Optic versus them, which was 3-1. And then they 3-0'd Rocker, and they were in the finals from the losers bracket run. Absolutely brilliant plays by them. Little thing I want to talk about before, Optic versus Thieves. Okay, so Optic was playing so brilliant, so aggressive, but I think their weakness shone really bright in their control game against Thieves. It was the turning point where you realize, where we realized, okay, they've lost it now. It was round 4 for Optic, and Optic was defending, and Thieves were attacking on control. And last 5 seconds, okay, Thieves need to jump on to I don't know whether it's the A point or the B point. I think it's the B point. No, it's the A point on the Fortress map they were playing. 5 seconds left, okay? And you see the Optic players playing insanely aggressive for those 5 seconds. They're running around, they're doing all sorts of silly stuff that if they had successfully done it would have looked very cool. Yes, you know how they destroyed the Thieves in that round, right? But what happened was Thieves picked them off, and because they were playing very aggressive, they got picked off very quickly, and Thieves were able to jump onto the control point and capture it for their round 4, evening up the control game to 2-2. Now, this is the issue with Optic at the moment. I think this is their weakness. This is what they need to work on. I think they're a very good aggressive team, and it allows for very exciting clutch moments. And that's important that they remain that way, that instinctual aggressiveness, that they have. That's what allows for very brilliant, tight games that allow them to pull off the unthinkable, right? But they need to also learn when to pull back the reins. Had they decided to just play defensively for those final few seconds, the final few seconds of that control point, had they had that kind of discipline, okay, we don't need to play aggressive, we just need to hold this point down so they don't get on it, right? We need to all just lock this point down. They would have won it. They would have won it. They would have won the control point and gone into the hard point game significantly more, with more gust, with more positivity. What happened was they lost that round. They died because they were playing insanely aggressive and challenging things that they shouldn't have been challenging instead of holding down the point better. And then they got put onto the attacking round, and Thieves just basically locked them down into their spawns and just absolutely wiped them in the final round of control. It was brutal, the 5th round. And it was all because they just didn't have that discipline to be pull the reins back. We don't need to be aggressive anymore. We need to be defensive. That's something they need to work on, I feel, definitely, as far as Optic team goes. And if they don't work on that, like, and they continue thinking they can be like that aggressive, instinctual team all the time, I think a lot of teams will figure them out quickly, and by Major 3, they won't be doing as well as they can. If they can figure out when to shift from that aggressive, instinctual behavior to the more defensive kind of like hold down spots and be protective, then they'll be a team to be like reckoned with, right? And that does fall a little more on the leadership. Like, I think Dashi is playing a little bit of a leadership role, and as far as a player goes, Dashi is pulling off all the clutch moments. He deserves so much credit. But he does need to work on like reining the team in when it needs to be reined in. He needs to like tell Shotzi, enough Shotzi, you need to come back and hold this spot down now. We need to hold these like final few seconds together, like clean. No need for you to run behind enemy lines on the last few seconds, right? The other thing with the Optic team was Illy, I think, he was pulling out the sniper a little longer than he needed to during the, I think, this S&D games. And again, this comes down to leadership. Someone needing to turn around to Illy and be like, yo, put the sniper away. We need you on the AR, dude. He's such a good AR. He's so clean with his shots at long range and stuff like that. It's not necessary to have a sniper all the time, you know? It's, in fact, very limited use need for a sniper in Modern Warfare, like in some of these 4v4 games. It's useful on occasions, but more times than not, if you're a good AR player, you're going to be beaming those people from further, putting also a lot of like heat down the lines, throwing them off with an AR more than you're going to be with a sniper, just like occasionally picking off the few kills and then not really being useful beyond that. So yeah, another issue there. I think that Optic, if they can work on, that stuff, I think they'll be a team to be like a very scary team. And fun, there's still so much fun to watch because of, like I said, of their aggressive instinctual behaviors. Those clutch moments are so exciting to watch, man. But yeah, when it went wrong, it's like it became very clear, like, you should have maybe reined it in a little bit, and you'd have won it, Again, these are things that, it's easy to say now, but in the heat of the moment, you don't think of it. But as a pro team, they need to work on thinking of those things in the heat of the moment, And I definitely do feel like teams will catch on to the aggressive instinctual behavior. And if they can kind of swap between a defensive play style and that aggressive play style on the fly, teams will figure them out. Like to the point where they'll struggle. Finals game. Okay, FaZe basically played the winner's bracket and was in the finals. Brilliant games, absolutely dominant behavior throughout the thing. Incredible S&D games that the FaZe just dominating in S&D, dude. So FaZe versus LA Thieves. And spoiler, FaZe won. Congratulations to FaZe, dude. They've been second place for so many majors now in the championship game, and the majors for Vanguard. So many second places. Finally, they got their first place to win now, like after a long stretch of a lot of second places. So it was nice to see FaZe get that first place finally. They definitely deserved it. It would have definitely been made for a very, very cool story to see Thieves win it, because they did such a dominant losers bracket playthrough. They got dumped into the early stages of the loser bracket and then just destroyed all the way through, right? So game after game. So many more games by Thieves, dominant fashion. But FaZe phased up, man. Iced them out, dude. It was a good game, though. It was a good game and fun to watch. Congratulations to FaZe. Slasher proved himself, like a lot of people have been giving Slasher slack. But yeah, clearly he's done a good job. And arguably was a rightful decision to drop RCDs for him. It makes sense. It makes sense the way they played this major. Yeah, so that's the sum up of Major 2. I fell asleep after Optic lost. I went to sleep after Optic lost. I was like, oh man. I would have stayed up if Optic won. I would have stayed up to watch Optic go. Like I said, I'm a closet Optic fan. Well, anytime people like ask me if I'm an Optic fan, I'm like, I like their content. It's hard to be a fan of them because they get dudied on so hard, man. Being a fan of them, man, dude. Like the minute you like lose hope in them, then they're suddenly playing well, right? But this youngster team that Optic, it's sad to see Scump go, but this team that they've got, it's actually a pretty good team. It's a pretty good team. Like I said, if they can make the adjustments on the defensive side and be able to whoever's leading, whoever's the in-game leader, has the foresight to like rein the team in to like go from instinctual aggression to tactical, technical, defensive is what they need to be practicing. Switching between those when they need to switch it, As cool as it is to be instinctually aggressive, there is a skill to being tactically and technically defensive. If they had swapped that around in that fourth round control, they would have won it and arguably would have gone into the hardpoint game. The hardpoint game was very good, though. It was a good game. The game, what was it? Game 4, I guess. The fourth game of the thing. Was hardpoint. And Dashi was absolutely going off, man. It was brilliant. Like, you'd see, like, triple kill by Dashi. It's like, what the hell's going on, dude? He was absolutely destroying. But yeah, I think after I saw like what happened in the control thing, I think teams that have that discipline to be like, okay, these guys are just going to be aggressively instinctual. Let's play technically defensive. They'll struggle with those kind of like teams that can do that well, That's why they need to also be able to switch on the fly and have an in-game leader that can, rein those. Like a lot of them are that play style, right? But yeah, it's still good. And like I said, even though they lost it, the final hardpoint game was still fun as hell to watch Dashi going off the way he did, man. He's a brilliant player, dude. I was pretty disappointed when I heard they were trying to drop him, and I was like, damn, dude, what are they thinking? But I didn't want to like say anything about that because like, it might have been the right call, for the team, like based on some of the things. But then the way he's just like played it out, dude, he's proven that he has that skill that I think he has that leadership ability. Like, I think it's the right call to allow him to be the in-game leader, but he does need to be able to, he needs to like figure out when to like switch up. He needs to like have, I think he needs more than anything to have that discipline to go technically defensive when need be. And I think that's his weakness, like Dashi's weakness. And if he knows when and how to do that well, he can rein in the team as the leader. And I think that's what he needs to work on personally, and then the team needs to work on with him to be able to do that together when need be. But yeah, seeing both Dashi and like Shotzi and even Hook and just going off the leash kind of thing, dude, it makes some really killer clutch moments. Like one match I highly recommend you guys watch, which was absolutely brilliant, was Optic versus Boston in the losers bracket. Like it was my yesterday nights, like it was early morning for me yesterday. So like day 3 or whatever of the major, the final game of that, right? And I had gone to I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I just like during the majors I wake up and I just look at the phone to see the scores, right? And I woke up and I was like, I looked at the phone and it was like Optic versus Boston, and I got really confused because I had fallen asleep to Optic versus someone. I must have fallen asleep to Optic versus Rocker I went to sleep. I got confused. I'm like, why is that? I thought I mistook like Boston for Rocker. So I turned on the TV, yeah, and I'm like, let me see what's going on, because the score wasn't updated yet on the on the CDL website. So I turned on the TV, and literally it was that hardpoint game, that first match against Optic, and I was watching that the final moments. It's absolutely brilliant. Where like I highly recommend you guys watch it, but like it looked like Rocker had the game in the bag, and then you see Dashy and just pulling off this ridiculous clear the hard point section play, like where he's flying around, jumping off the top and killing everyone, holding the hard point down long enough, allowing his team to regain, get back into position, and win that round, dude. And I was so blown away, dude. This is like 5:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning or something like that in India. I was so blown away. I had to just watch the remaining games. And I think they 3-0'd Boston in that. Yeah, they 3-0'd them. So the next game and the following game, they just played amazingly after that. And that's that kind of aggressive, instinctual thing that you get from them, right? But then, like I said, on the flip side, you get also that LA Thieves moment in Control where it's like they didn't have the discipline to go defensive and suffered for it, you know? Again, if they had pulled off the kills while being that aggressive, it would have looked really cool. It would have been very pleasing for the viewers, right? But as far as a pro level game goes, it's like, yeah, that is really undisciplined because it backfired on them really hard. So I forget who died when, but basically I think it was Shotzi who gets killed off first. Then someone from the window decides to challenge the people that killed off Shotzi, right? Like he's on the top window, and he basically shows his whole body and or he does jump out of the window basically, gets killed off, and then they've got 2 kills of Optic, and they're pushing like a full team, like LA Thieves are pushing. Person on the opposite end is left alone. He gets picked off easy, and then the 4th person I think gets picked off. I'm not sure like how, I know. So they basically all get picked off because of that aggressive play. Like what should have happened is Shotzi should have pulled back, or whoever was the front one trying to get behind should have pulled back to the hard point, to the control point, and just held that down. And then even though the Thieves were pushing on the far end, allow them to push, and the person on the window still holds the window. The person protecting the window line continues protecting the window line, and then you've got Shotzi and the others protecting the control point also. That would have just been like an easy 5-second hold for them. Instead, what happened, or 10 seconds, or however many seconds there was left, very little. But by the time Thieves jumped on, it was just 5 seconds left, and like, dude, if you had just held them down for a little longer. But what ended up happening was Steve just cleared them out and then all stacked onto the point and was able to capture the control point very quickly. And because the map's so big, you're spawning so far away, just trying to get back into position, get back to that point becomes very hard, right? And that's how it got lost. Again, things in the heat of the moment becomes very hard to think those things, but on a pro level, you expect that level of thought to come through. Or at least you need to hope that they're practicing that kind of thought and not making those mistakes too often. And at the moment, it feels like they might tend to side on that aggressive, instinctual side and not know exactly when to switch up. So yeah, these are my thoughts behind it. I'm not a pro player. Like they're infinitely better players than me. So no matter how they play, they'll still duty on people like me any day. But it's still fun watching them play. And I heard Major Threes are being held in Optic is a host in it, so they're gonna have the host crowd and stuff like that. It should be exciting. And if they can practice the defensive strats a little more and when to switch up from that aggressive thing, like I said, they'll be a pretty interesting team to watch. FaZe, like I said, they've iced up, dude. They're freaking slaying. Another interesting team. Ultra has things to prove now. Hopefully they can bring their Ultra A game into the LAN line, because they are, like I said, they are a very, very good team, but they need to they need to step up on LAN and get used to that kind of like environment, I guess. I don't know. And I think they will, Major 3. Thieves, still a team to be feared. They won last year's championship, and they're still that solid team, dude. Very good games. Almost all of them were like going off. The more exciting thing about watching Thieves was seeing Envoy. He was doing really well. It's always nice to see Envoy slay out. It was nice seeing that. So yeah, it's just an interesting major. I highly recommend you guys watch the VODs. I'm going to link the CDL website in the description. Obviously, you guys missed out on this viewership drop, and I don't know if they will or won't bring it back at another date. But the best way to find out what the drops are and how to earn them and all that is to jump onto the CDL website and check on the menu. There'll be like a viewership drop reward section there, and it gives all the details. I'm not linked to the CDL in any which way. I just enjoy watching it. It's fun. It's fun watching. And like I said, dude, I started out, watching the CDL just for the drops, and the more I watched it, the more I got into it. So I do recommend you guys give it a shot and see if it's your scene also, because it might be. And there's some stuff to be earned, mainly during the majors, but even during the preliminary rounds, you'll get like XP tokens and stuff like that. And as much as people make fun of like XP tokens, like what use is it? Hey, the season, you bank those XP tokens, and you're going to be able to use them come season 2 and season 3 and stuff like that. So yeah, come season 2 and all, I'm going to have like a lot of XP tokens to like grind out those 250 levels. Have a bunch of weapon XP tokens, so I don't need to sit and wait for a double weapon XP weekend. And a lot of these XP tokens are all thanks to just watching the CDL, Get a lot of them. So yeah, that's the gist of everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Plan for tomorrow is tentative, but most likely God of War is the tentative plan, but maybe something else. There's going to be a bunch of construction work that goes down in my house, in my room in particular. Basically, there's some water leakage going on from my bathroom into the ceiling on the ground floor. So they're kind of like breaking all the flooring and redoing the waterproofing and stuff like that. And that's going to start day after tomorrow, I think. But it's going to go on for a while. So when that happens, things are going to get difficult to stream. But we will do something or the other. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And I will catch you later. Bye. 2 weapon blueprints. One is this iced out Signal 50. And the other was the pistol blueprint, the candy cane pistol blueprint. Both have been excellent. And with a really cool like coverage, like camo coverage and stuff like that. They're doing a good job with these blueprints. They are.